What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. My name's Nick, and today we're gonna be talking about how to instantly improve our videos with the use of sound design. You guys ready? Let's do this. Alright guys, so let's break our sound design down into 3 separate topics. Number 1 is gonna be vocals, number 2 is gonna be our sound effects, and number 3 is gonna be our background music. These are the 3 most important topics you're gonna wanna take into consideration and really pay attention to when shooting any video project. So let's start with number 1, vocals. All right guys, so let's talk vocals. So vocals are gonna be one of the most important aspects to any video, especially if it's a tutorial, a review, a vlog, something that has a bunch of talking head parts. You're gonna wanna make sure your vocals are clean, crisp, and easily understood. And to do so, you're gonna wanna grab yourself an external microphone. I cannot emphasize this enough, but bad audio just instantly equals bad video. So get a microphone. Right now we're using the Rode Video Micro. It comes in at about $60 at time of recording this. You can find them used, on sale, all over the net. It's about this big, it weighs nothing, doesn't require batteries, plugs right into the mic jack on your camera, screws right into the hot shoe, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about turning it on, setting any settings. So gone are the days of getting back to your computer, uploading all your footage, and not having any audio because either the batteries died in the middle of the shoot or you just forgot to turn the mic on completely. I mean, I've done it, guys. It's no fun. So grab yourself a Rode Video Micro if you haven't picked up a microphone yet. And if you plan on doing a lot of moving around throughout your frame, so not a lot of vlogging, but a lot of locked off camera shots on like a tripod, and then you're gonna be walking around throughout the frame and whatnot. If that's the majority of your shooting, then I would suggest grabbing some type of lavalier mic because that's gonna give you the best quality audio in that type of situation where you're constantly moving around and not facing directly at your camera. Because just having a microphone isn't good enough. Microphone placement is gonna be the second most important aspect when it comes to capturing clean and crisp vocals. You wanna make sure your microphone, especially if it's a shotgun microphone, is within 1 to 2 feet from your subject. Any further than 2 feet and your audio is gonna start falling out and sounding like crap. So make sure you get your microphone as close to your talent as possible. If for some reason you can't get close enough with a shotgun mic, then once again, throw on a lavalier and you'll be good to go. So that's gonna do it for vocals, guys. There's a lot to this. I'll link a couple videos down below that get a little more detailed when it comes to vocals and microphone placement and microphone choice. But to keep this video brief, let's move on to number 2, and that's gonna be sound effects. All right, guys, so topic number 2 when it comes to sound design is sound effects. And your sound effects are one of the most crucial aspects of your video project. They are what help bring your viewer to location. They're what immerse your viewer in your film or video. They connect and make your viewer feel as if they were there, and it just makes your videos that much more realistic. So what I like to do whenever I'm on location, on set, I try to capture as many individual background noises as possible, because you don't want just one flat track with your vocals and your ambient background sounds all mixed together, because then you're not going to be able to control them individually, and it's just going to sound like crap because you might have some things drowning out your vocals, and you don't want that. So you want to be able to turn some volume down on some sounds, but you want them still there in the background. Because like I said, that's what makes your video feel real and helps immerse your viewer and just get them involved and keeps their attention. And so just go around with your camera, push record, point your microphone at everything that's making noise. And there's a lot of things that our brains just naturally tune out because we're just so used to hearing them. And you want to definitely make sure you capture as much of those noises as possible. They're called like white noises. And because this is what is going to trigger emotions in your viewer's brain and help them, like I said, feel as if they were there and make your video feel more realistic and just believable. So try to capture as much as possible. You can also get a portable sound recorder. I use Tascam DR40 for all of my external audio recording, and the thing's amazing. It's like $100, pretty cheap when it comes to audio and filmmaking gear. So grab yourself one if you have a budget. If not, like I said, you can use your camera, you can use the microphone on your camera, just push record and point it in the direction of the sound and just make a little note while recording, like ambient background noise 1. That way when you're going through your footage, they're easy to find and decipher from your regular footage. Say you get back home, you upload everything, you got everything on your timeline, and there's some sound effects missing from the background. Well, then there's tons of online resources at your fingertips. You can Google royalty-free sound effects. You can get a membership at a website like Epidemic Sound or Storyblocks. And this isn't a sponsored video by anybody. Those are just a couple of the companies and websites that I use and get a lot of my, sound effects from that I wasn't able to capture on set or just forgot. Maybe the sounds I was trying to capture just don't sound very good and they're not gonna work. So that's where Epidemic Sound, Storyblocks, royalty-free sound effects, all that stuff comes into play. And that's also gonna bring us into topic number 3, and that is gonna be our background music. All right, guys, so our third and final topic when it comes to sound design is gonna be our background music. And these aren't in any particular order, because in my opinion, background music is actually the most important next to vocals. I mean, obviously. Because your background music is what's gonna help just kind of tie your video together. It's gonna help set your pacing, set your mood, your tone, just the complete vibe of what you're trying to portray on screen. So you wanna make sure that your music complements your visuals. And for example, you don't wanna take a clip of, say, a car speeding down a racetrack, swerving through his opponents. It's a high energy clip, a lot of action, and then pair that with a real mellow, relaxing, slow jazz tune. I mean, if that's the style you're going for, do it, but traditionally, these don't go together. So try to make sure that the music you're picking has the same energy level as the visuals you're portraying on screen. And also, you're gonna wanna make sure you're editing to the beat of that background song. And what I mean by this is cutting where a hit in the music takes place, or some kind of action or energy is taking place in the song. There's a lot of high energy moments mixed in throughout songs. And so if you're able to cut to these high energy moments with some high energy visuals, that's where everything just starts coming together and you start creating a masterpiece. So make sure to always edit to the music and make sure your music complements your visuals, and your videos will be 1,000 times better. So what do you say we head to the studio where we can play a little B-roll sequence, and I'll show you guys with no sound design, and then I'll show you guys with a complete sound design implemented just so you guys can see firsthand how important and how much your sound design really affects and changes the feel and even look of your video. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so I went ahead and created a short 30-second B-roll clip from footage I captured in the wash we were just in to show you guys just how important your sound design is and how much it affects your whole video. So let's jump to the computer and check it out.
All right, guys, so I'm going to play this B-roll sequence with all of our sound design elements disabled first, just so you guys can see what the footage looks like, and then you guys will be able to tell the difference once I implement all of our different sound design elements. So let's start with nothing. Pretty boring, right? I mean, the visuals are decent, but there's no emotion there. There's no vibe, feeling. It's just really boring. So I'm not even going to finish this. Let's go ahead and start adding our sound design elements. Let's first start with our background music because that's the most common. So I want to show you guys what just the visuals and background music will look like. As you can see, not bad, but it still feels like it's missing something. And that is those background sound effects and just that ambient noise, that white noise that you need to fill in that silence with. So let's go ahead and start enabling some more of our sound design elements. Let's start with our swooshes on our transitions because that's kind of the simplest. All right, there's that. Now let's add some birds in there. And now let's add our white noise ambient background track. And there you go, you got those bugs, insects, it just completes the whole package there. All right, guys, so I hope you guys learned something there, or at least were entertained. So I'm going to take this back to the studio. I'll see you guys there.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments if you would like to turn this into some sort of series and dive a little deeper into each individual topic. And as always, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. And if you didn't like the video, you know you're always more than welcome to hit that thumbs down button twice. And if you haven't subscribed yet, karate chop that button now, kick the bell icon, and I'll see all you wonderful people in the next video. Peace.